Hey guys, so in this tutorial I'm showing you how to make this narwhal, which I designed with, I'm saying which a lot, but it looks like my other narwhal, but the difference is it's way smaller. So this is my normal narwhal that I already have a tutorial for, and this is the baby one, and it's way smaller, as you can see. And it takes us like way less bands. Can't speak today. So I thought I'd make a tutorial for it. The only thing I've had a problem with is I don't know if you can really see the tail on this guy, but I think you kind of can. Yeah. So, yeah. I've been getting a lot of people, like, especially, like, I think I was on my video of my penguin where they're like, hey, how many bands does it take? Well, this guy, I think he takes under 50 bands. I'm not sure, but it looks like he does. So I guess we'll get started. So, of course, you're gonna need bands. Something for the eyes, you can use bands or beads. I'm going to use beads again. And a hook. And I'm going to be using a double-ended hook, but you don't need it. I'm just used to using this one. And a C-clip to mark your rows is the other thing you need. I have one. Oh yeah, so I'm using a Sweets blue for this and white. So that'll be the blue, that'll be the white. So to start, get a band, you wrap it around your hook 3 times. I forgot. I had to check my other narwhal. And then I'm gonna pull a band through everything on your hook. And then pull the back one over the front one. Like that. And then you're gonna go back into the cap band. And you're gonna, oh, it's not focused, I didn't notice that. Much better. And you're gonna pull it through just the cap band. You're going to put the back one over the front one, and the other one with it. And we're going to do this 2 more times. Let's go back in the cap band. Pull it through just the cap band, and then put the back one over the front one. And then put the last row, well, the last stitches thing over. Confusing myself. Let me do that one more time. And now you should have 4 in, so ooh, it's blurry. So you can kind of see, I think it's easier on the side that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 at this point. And now you're gonna go, instead of going back into the cap band, you're gonna go into this first loop. And then you're just gonna pull a band through, like normal. Like that. So then you're going to put your C-clip on this first band. You don't have to take your hook out. I have a really bad habit with Loomigurumi to take my hooks out, but you don't have to. It's just my bad habit. Okay, so now we're going to be increasing everything. So this first one already has one in, but we're going to go back in it to do another one, and that'll be an increase. So you put 2 in each loop. So this one has 2 now, so we go to the next one. We're going to do 2. So, 2. Go to the next one. Do the same thing. So we're just increasing. So I saw someone else on one of my tutorials that said that I should stop calling it normal when it's just 1, but I don't know, because like I see a lot of other Loomigurumi people like single crochet and all this, but it's like, isn't that like crochet terms that I don't know, I just find it confusing. So I just call it normal, which I don't think it's confusing, but I don't know if you guys think it's like confusing. Okay, so once you've increased everything, you should have, wait, let me go back into this one and then move my C-clip up and then I'll count. Just do, you move your C-clip up. And you only put 1 in it, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So after that row, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should have 8 loops. So now, just double checking on my narwhal what's next. Because I did not write down instructions for this. Okay. So now we're going to be increasing every other loop, if that makes sense. So picking up some bands, which you can't see because normally I have my bands on camera. Let me just scoot them over. Bands. There we go. Okay, so this first one's 1, and then so the next one has 2. And the next one has 1. Because it's going to be every other one we increase, so this one, well, yeah. So 1 and then 2. And then you just keep doing this until you get back to the C-clip. I forgot to say at the start, but if you're a beginner, this would probably be pretty easy because it's pretty short and not as intense as like some other Loomigurumi designs. So if you're a beginner, this is probably easy, even though I doubt if you're a beginner you made it to this point. Well, no, like, clicked on it and then we're like, you watched till 5 minutes to see if it was easy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. That kind of made sense. So the next one has 2. And so that's 1. Oops. You know, I wonder, because like this one turned out pretty well, if I could make like mini or like smaller versions of some of my other designs, like maybe the penguin. I might try that just because why not? Okay, and then once you get back to the sequence, you just do the same thing and you move it up. So after this row, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You should have 12 loops. And yeah. I really should have wrote down instructions for this, but I feel like looking at my Narwhal should be good. Okay, so yeah, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. So the next row we will not be increasing at all, so it will just be one row, as I call it, normal, where we just don't increase and you just do 1 band in like every loop, if that makes sense. So instead of increasing, so this one already has 1, so the next one has 1 because we're not increasing at all. And this next one has 1. Every single one of them, you're just putting 1 band in every loop until you get back to the C-clip. Okay, so now we're back to the C-clip, and you're just going to move your C-clip up, and that's it for this row. And I'm not going to count because you should have exactly the same amount of loops as last time, but you can count if you want to double check. And you got some more sweets bands. I never usually make Loomigurumi things with like sweets bands because I usually just save them for bracelets, but these Narwhals, they like don't take that much band, so I thought it'd be fun to make a glittery one. So this row is going to have all the tail and stuff in it, so it's going to be a bit different than the past row. Because you have to add tails and fins. So I'm just making sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna go into the next loop. Yeah. And then you're gonna pull a band through, but you're not gonna put the back going over the front. You're gonna leave it like this. And you're gonna pull another band through, and then oh wait, yeah, you pulled through everything. So the one with, no. 1 minute. Okay, yeah, you pull it through everything on your hook, and then you put the back one over the front one. Like that. And then you're gonna go in to the band that this one's in. And you're gonna do another stitch. But this time you're just gonna pull it through just this loop, I guess. I don't know what to call it. and then you just pull the back one over the front one, and then this one. So you didn't pull it through everything this time. And you're gonna do that one more time. Like that. And now, so you should have 3 bands in this loop, that thing that we made. And now you're gonna go into the next loop. You're gonna pull the band through, just like last time. And then, of course, the first band, you pull it through everything on your hook. And then you put the back one over the front one. And then the next 2 will be like normal. So we just pull it through just this band. Just the first 2 loops. There we go. And then we pull the back one over the front one. And then we pull this one over. Do that again. Like that. So now we're gonna go into the next loop. Yeah, once you have 3, so you should have 3 again. You go into the next loop. And you pull it through everything on your hook. Like that. I'm kind of just trying to show you what I do because I'm having problems explaining it. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then, I think, well, let me check again. Okay, so the next spot is going to be a fin. So we're going to go into this next loop, pull the band through just like we did for the tail. And how many do I put in this? Is it 3? Yes, also 3. Okay. And we're going to do kind of the same thing for the tail, but instead of doing like 2 in a row, it'll just be 1, because it's just like 1 fin. I'm having hair problems. My hair's getting in my face, so I was trying to fix it. So once again, you're going to pull it through everything on your hook. Like that. And then you're going to do 2 more, where you just pull it through just the first 2 loops, and then, yeah, I'm having problems explaining. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So like that, and then once you have 3 loops in this little fin, you're going to go into the next band, and you're going to pull it through everything on your hook. Like that. And now, for a bit, we'll just be doing it normal in the front until we get close to the other side. I'll show you where, but it's hard to explain. Oh my god, my hair. So annoying. So we're just going to be doing a couple normal ones in the front here. I don't know exactly how many. It's easier to tell like exactly where you're supposed to put it when I get closer to the other edge. So do 1 more. And then right here in the one before the C-clip is where you're going to put the other fin. So we're going to go into this. I'm going to pull the band through that. So exactly like the tail, exactly like the other fin. So for the first one, we pull it through everything on our hook. That. And we're going to do 2 where we just pull it through the first 2 loops. And then do that like normal. And then we're going to go into this first one with the C-clip. I need 1 more. And you're just going to pull it through everything on your hook. Like that. And then that is like literally the hardest row in this whole thing. And I hope you did it okay. I hope I explained well enough. So yeah, so now he has fins and stuff. So now we're going to be switching to the white. So you're done with whatever your first color is. I'm sad that I had to get like 1 more band because it's so satisfying when you get like exactly the right number of bands out. And that was like 1 short. So yeah. So now we're going to be doing the stomach, which actually goes really fast. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to be doing a half row. So what that means is basically we're only going to be grabbing half of the stitch. You'll see what I mean more towards the front. It's hard to explain when you're doing the tail, but I'll try. So you focus because I feel like it's not focused. Okay. So for the first one, because like the tail's in it, I just go under and I grab this first stitch, but only half of it. So the stitch that the tail's on, grab half of it, and you pull band through. Now you do the same thing for the other part of the tail. And you're only grabbing half of that band underneath, so not the full thing, just half. So you should only have 1 band on your hook. Basically a half row, just instead of pulling it through the two like loops of the, like basically instead of doing, I'm just gonna show you on the front here, don't do anything, but instead of going through both, you're just going through the first one. And it's easier to see there. It's kind of hard to see with the tail, but you have to do the tail first, so hard to explain. So this loop is from this, so you don't go through that one, and then this is like the knot, so you don't want to make sure you're going through the right one, but this is the actual loop. So you're going to grab just half of it and then pull the band through and do the stitch. And then since this is a fin, you're going to grab half of the band that's underneath. Pull it through. Gotta stop messing with my hair because it's getting in the way. And now it's going to be a bit easier to see what I'm talking about if you're confused. So not this band, not this weird loop, because that's from like the slip knot thing we did. Just this part and just half of it. So now it's going to be easier to see what I'm saying with the half thing. So instead of grabbing both, you're just going to be grabbing the front one like I said. It's just really hard to see with the tail in there. But you're just going to be grabbing half. And the back half, not like the front half. Just this half. And because we're back at the fin, you're going to be grabbing that band underneath. And then I think we're at the C-clip. So for the C-clip, I never really do a half thing. I just get the whole thing. So just go through everything and then pull right through. Basically both loops instead of just the one. Okay, so after this part, it's really easy. It's just that little, those two rows that are hard, but now it's easy. So we're going to be doing one row with just one loop in every, one band in every loop. There we go. So I will just be going around one time putting, so this is not a half row this time, so you'll be grabbing both the loops and just putting one in every single loop. So one stitch, I guess, in every single loop. And make sure you're grabbing both this time. Also, I haven't counted because I'm really not sure how the tail affects it or anything. I probably should have, but I forgot. I guess I can count now. Let me count so that way after the white row, I guess this is how many bands you should have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you should still have 12 loops after you did the tail and everything. I forgot to count. Whoops. But we're not decreasing this row, so after this row, you should also still have 12 loops. So nothing changes. I hope I have enough time to finish this because my camera's so weird that once it gets to like 25 minutes, it cuts off. And then I have to like merge clips and it's such a pain, but I think I should be able to finish this in time. Oh my god, I'm having some problems grabbing this next one. There we go. Oh, nope. There we go. Onto the C-clip and just move the C-clip up onto this band. So on your hook, like that. So now we're going to decrease. We'll be decreasing every other loop, if that makes sense. So this is the first one, so the next one's a decrease. So you're going to grab the front one of this first band and then the back one of the next, like that. And then you're just going to pull band through both these loops and then do it like normal. So the next, since we just decreased, the next one's going to be a normal one. And the next one will be a decrease. So you grab the front one of the first one and the back one of the next one. You just pull it through like normal. And then since we decrease, the next one will be just a normal stitch. The next one's a decrease. from normal. And decrease. Like that. So now you're going to just move your C-clip up and I'll count to show you how many bands you should have. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you should be down to 8 loops. So now we're going to stuff him. And I'm using just some stuffing. I used tissues for this guy, but I think if you did cotton balls, they might look a little rounder. I also did this in the car, so maybe that's why he looks a bit funky. So we're just gonna stuff him. That was the perfect amount of stuffing. Yeah, okay. So once you've stuffed him, now we're gonna close him up. And you can take the C-clip out at this point because I don't really count, but we'll just be decreasing everything until it's closed. So I'm going to take the C-clip out because I really just move the C-clip up, that way you can hold it while I stuff it. So now we're going to be decreasing every single stitch. So just decrease until he's closed. When he's closed is basically when you can't decrease anymore. So just decrease. Another decrease. Another one. And I think the next one for me will be the last decrease. So at the end it gets really hard to do. 1 minute. I want to go off camera, but okay, see the back one. And then once it's your last decrease and you think he's pretty much closed, you just pull a band through everything on your hook. Back one over the front one, and you just pull it tight. And then you're going to tuck it up into the narwhal. So we just go in, then just pull it in. And you're just going to pull it in. Like that. Just tuck it in. The problem with stuffing is that it does come out afterwards, so that should be, oh my god, he's flat on the bottom. No, that's right. I think. Yep. So that should be your narwhal. So I guess I'm gonna go get eyes real quick because I forgot to grab them. So I just got my eyes. So I already did one off camera, but I'm gonna do this one in case you don't know. So all I've done is put a string through a bead, and then I'm gonna put my band on the string, and then you just put it back through the bead. Okay. I have such a hard time doing this on camera, which is why I didn't want to do it. You're just going to put it back through, and you just pull it. There we go. So now we're going to put the eyes on. So I usually go for like right here. Ooh. Right there. You're just going to pull half of it through. And then you get the other half, and then you just slip knot it. Pull tight, and then you tuck the tail in. Oof, it's blurry. There we go. We're going to tuck the tail in. And there's one eye, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So about right here. Same thing, pull it tight. You're going to tuck this in. That's his eye. So now all he needs is a horn. So to make the horn, you're going to get a band. You're going to wrap it 4 times on your hook. So you have 4 loops. Then you're going to get a band, double it, and you're going to pull it through, ends back on. You're going to double a band and then pull it through everything again. And I think you do it one more time. Yeah, one more time. Double band, pull through, and then you're going to get whatever color your narwhal is. You're going to pull through everything, and then you're going to put the horn in. So we're going to go right here. I did this really weird. But you're basically just gonna slip knot it in. I don't know what I did with my hook. You're just gonna slip knot the horn in, and then that is it. And after you've tucked the tail in, you should have Narwhal. For some reason his horn looks really long. But that is it. So, where'd my other one go? What happened to my other Narwhal? 1 minute. Oops, I found him. Apparently I threw him in the bin with my beads, but so if you make one of these, you should you can share with me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the description. But I guess in case you just want to know, it's Ginger Cell. Just that, like, just Ginger Cell. And I'll put my spam account in the description if you want to check that one out. So I think that's it. I hope you like the tutorial. Subscribe if you want to see more tutorials from me. I do plan on making more. I have a couple more designs I want to do. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Bye.